What is up, guys?
Yay! I love all the comments.
Yeah,
it makes me so happy.
Why? Why does it make you happy?
I don't know. Look, I'm almost as tall as you with the two pillows underneath my chair.
Slumping down right now. That's why.
I'm sitting up because I got this like huge, surgical binder on. So it's making me sit up like this, super straight. So
super straight.
I'm so excited to be back. You guys are so awesome. I missed you all, but I did read all the comments while I was gone, and everybody was so nice.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Tiffany's hair? It's got a little bit of red in it.
Yeah. Paisley did that. So because I was, bedridden for so long, she thought she would be nice. So I ordered some red hair dye, and Paisley dyed it for me the other day.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I like it. I think it looks nice.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Because you're usually not you don't like anything too crazy, right?
Although,
no, when we were dating, I had pink hair and stuff.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. I was trying to do a bright red, but then I'd have to bleach my hair and I didn't want to do that. So anyway, I'm super excited to be back on the show. So I'm like I told Ryan, I said, I got to fake it a little bit. This is my Instagram face. Hey, inside I'm get me a latte.
That's the thumbnail right there, Vasco. Use that for the thumbnail.
Get me a latte, Ryan. But I have to say, I was nervous. This is the first time that I had a tumor removed right here. 2 years ago, I got
We hired a guy that I met on Craigslist to do it.
Shut up. It was really scary. Actually, it wasn't 2 years ago. It was more 5 years ago because the kids were really little.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I got a lump and they're like, oh, it's your parotid gland and you could have cancer and we got to remove it. So, but that I was only out for 2 days. This surgery, I was literally out for 3 weeks.
3 solid weeks, man.
And upstairs in my bedroom on my electric bed. And it was a bigger deal than I thought it was going to be. For those of you that don't know, I had a tummy tuck and a breast lift. No breast implants because God blessed me with lots of breast. So they actually are smaller now. They're 2 sizes smaller. But we don't know the real size yet because they were still swollen. Anyway, that is a pretty big surgery. I got cut up everywhere. But so some people are oh, you don't need that. Ryan, show them the picture of me getting out of the pool. I can't laugh. I saw that on one of my surgery groups and I busted out laughing.
Let's look at this again.
What we can't.
That's pretty funny, man.
That's the kid from Arrested Development. That's super funny. No, I didn't look that bad, but I had 3 kids and I nursed all 3 kids for a year. So things were hanging and flopping. And when I if I were to brush my teeth in the morning at the sink, right? Brushing your teeth, my boobs would slap like a seal at SeaWorld. And they would just hang there slapping. It was kind of like one of those pendulums. So for anybody that's why would you do that? And you don't need that. And God made you beautiful the way you are. He did, but I don't think he anticipated the pendulum. So
awesome.
Anyway, now let me tell you, they're up, no bra, no nothing. They don't move. They're just there, and they're nice, and they're looking.
Yeah, I'm jealous. And in fact, I didn't tell you this yet, but I made an appointment with the plastic surgeon that you use for myself.
Are you having a ball sack reduction?
I'm getting all the wrinkles taken out of my ball sack, Tiffany. I want it to be as smooth as an egg.
Yeah, like in your young days.
I don't think it was ever like that.
Let's be honest, Ryan. I don't know if I've ever told you this because I know, you've never said hey, Tiff, by the way, your boobs are slowly moving down.
Not pointing in the same direction anymore.
They're slowly moving down your body. But, your man part is kind of.
I know. It's a sign of maturity. It's a sign of enlightenment.
So if you're walking naked ever, do you get the slapping?
That doesn't happen to me yet. I'm sure it'll happen at some point.
It's probably going to happen because my mom was
I was trying to buy this house from this guy. I don't know. I'm sure I told you this. I was trying to buy this house from this dude, and I was sitting on his kitchen at his in his living room, and I was talking to him, and as I looked over, I was like, oh my God. his nutsack is hanging out of his pants.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
And Tiffany,
because he didn't know because like he was wearing shorts?
He was wearing shorts. He was just a really old, crusty guy. He only had like 3 fingers because he was a machinist and he had like accidentally cut his fingers off.
Isn't there
And I looked and Tiffany, I promise you, like this guy needed to see a doctor. His testicle was like this. I was more impressed at the size than I was disgusted at. I was like,
so like
oh
you
my
didn't
gosh.
want to look, but you had to look?
I was like, there's no way that's
Like-
only one. There's no way that's only one.
I can't laugh. It hurts. So my mom was a home care worker or whatever, and she's like legit. Like it happens. Like it gets big and saggy and whatever. So I don't have my comments here because Ryan, the genius that he is.
Whew, Jesus.
I'm in my office and I'm working, and all
like
of a
8
sudden,
a.m..
all of a sudden, at the top of his lungs, he yells F, the F word.
Like 5 times in a row.
You said it 3 times, so I'm like, oh my gosh, like what did he do?
What did you think? Like when I came around the corner, I was thinking she must have thought I shot myself or something.
Yeah, like I thought it was some, I mean, I don't think I've ever heard you do it like that, like 3 times in a row at that loud.
Yeah.
You know our neighbors heard that. Like,
Probably.
They can hear that outside.
Probably.
So not the smartest thing to do. But anyway, I'm like, oh no, like this is bad. Like I don't know, like I'm thinking the worst, right? And he spilt a whole cup of coffee on his, I mean, your laptop's only like a year old.
Yeah.
And we had to buy it to do these live streams. We had to buy like this fancy Mac with like all this crazy stuff. So it was like $4,000.
Yeah.
Like I remember it being like, he's like, I gotta buy this. And I was like, oh my God, like this is so expensive. He spilt his whole cup of coffee on the keyboard.
Yeah. So it still works barely, but I'm sending it to Apple and they are going to replace it. So thank God that I have Apple Care Plus.
Yeah. Because
or
I'm
this would have
usually
been
cheap
a
to
very-
do that. I didn't buy it for my computer.
Oh my gosh, man. It's a lifesaver.
So, at
Because I
least-
couldn't imagine having to buy a brand new one right now. I would be so
Honestly,
pissed.
I would be very mad at you too. Whew, I would be mad.
Yeah, it
so,
sucks.
Yeah, the reason I was saying that is now I don't have my computer in front of me to read the comments. So excuse me that I'm not seeing your comments. I have to look over here at Ryan and I can't see them all.
Okay, so Andre says something very interesting here. He says, Tiffany is back, yay. This couple proves men and women are not equal. Interesting. Men and women are complementary.
Oh, yes.
Each has their own fabric in life,
Oh,
but
100%.
woven together in a lifelong bond. That's exactly why in the Bible, God said, you know, it's interesting.
I want to say, you want to say.
Okay. I was listening to a speaker, a preacher, talk about how, you know, when God was in the first chapter of the Bible, right, in Genesis, God says he created the sun and the moon, and he said it was good. Mm-hmm. He created the earth. It was good. He created the fish in the sea. It was good. And you know, after he created man, was the first time he said,
I messed up.
He said, this is not good.
Right. Yeah.
When God created man, he said, it is not good for man to be alone.
Yeah.
I totally agree, man.
And then he didn't say, I'm going to create him a servant. No, he said, I'm going to create a what?
Wife.
A helpmate.
A woman. A
helper.
helpmate? Okay.
A helper. He said, I'm going to create a helper. So, agree with your comment 100%. Ryan, I have never tried to be equal with Ryan. In fact, I make jokes all the time saying, like, I'm glad I'm not the man because you have your responsibilities and I have mine, and I prefer to have my responsibilities.
And I don't want hers.
I don't want his. But if we both tried to do the same role, that's when you have conflict. That's when you have trouble because you're both trying to do the same thing, and then nobody is fulfilling this other role over here. And instead of being helpers, right, and a team, you are competing with one another, right? And that's what creates so much fighting and strife and stuff like that in a relationship, is because you are forgetting that you are on the same team and you start to fight each other against each other. And let's be honest, there's enough fighting in this world that we don't need to start fighting our spouses and have that battle too. So I wanted to say, like, what I was saying, and then I didn't get to say, is you did so good with me and my surgery, because I was
I'm shocked they're all still alive.
To my sister, I was like, who's a nurse just down the road, I'm like, you know, Ryan, he's not no caregiver, so like I need lots of help. But you did so good, and I have to tell you, like I'm gonna have
here it goes.
I know.
Here it goes, guys. This is the crap I got to deal with.
No, you've really become such an amazing husband, and the reason I'm telling people is because if I'm gonna be honest, you were a very terrible husband.
Yeah.
Before. Years ago. I mean, I hate to put you like that. Like, I'm not trying to, break you down or anything.
No, can't break me down. I'm freaking awesome. You know who I am?
But, and I think you know it. Like,
Yeah.
I think you can attest.
I know.
Right?
Yep.
And the thing is, and it's not like I was the greatest wife, but the thing is that gives hope to so many people that, one, if you're a husband and you know deep down, like, you're not doing the best that you can change and grow into, an amazing man and husband that God has created you to be. And for wives, stick it out. Be your husband's biggest cheerleader, because that it's just all about learning how to work with each other and not fight against each other. So I'm just so thankful because you really showed me, like, this last couple of weeks how much you've grown. I knew that you did, and I've known. And what I wrote on that Facebook post about you was that, people always say you're not the man that I married. That usually means like a bad thing, but for me, that means that's a huge thing. That is a great thing, that you're not the man I married. You are so good. Anyway.
He says I deserve an over-the-pants handy.
Oh, my gosh. Who said that? Is that Tom Cigars? No, it's not.
I expect it from Tom.
Is
but
it a
it's
new person?
a new person. Howdy
Oh,
something
my gosh.
C.
So funny.
Awesome.
Anyway,
You fit right in, buddy.
I just wanted to tell you guys all that stuff. So I'm excited to be back. I'm excited for, all the great things that are happening. And I'm so excited to see all you guys back. I did notice that the numbers were down a little when I was gone.
Numbers are down.
Just saying.
Yep. So
Just saying.
that's tough.
I've got some fans.
Okay. Well, let's get your fans on here because the numbers are still down right now. Let's see what the hell's happening. Text them, Tiffany. Do something.
I don't think Ryan put the air conditioner on here, so
I did.
I'm
It was on.
I'm a little sweaty. Anyway, sad story, right?
So sad.
In the news. So a little 4-year-old girl was shot in a drive-by shooting. They started shooting, and then the mother drove into a pole. And when she stopped to look at her baby in the back, she put her picture up again, little girl. Look at how sweet she is. Oh.
How old? 4 years old?
4 years old. She's so pretty. She's so full of life. And they did say, so that happened in Tampa. They did say that the shooting didn't look random. But they're also saying this might be a case of missing or identity. Mistaken identity. So I'm curious to see what happens and, what caused this? Was it road rage? Was it mistaken identity? And they were after this, what caused this?
What area of Tampa did this happen in?
You know what? I don't know. It didn't say in the, or it probably did say because the roads were closed, but I don't know.
Okay.
But it's super sad. Like, what a terrible
And
thing.
nobody else in the car got shot, just a little girl?
It was just the mom and the girl.
Oh, is the mom alive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The shooting made her, swerve off and she hit a pole. And then the other car that was shooting took off. And then when she got out to look, her baby,